We're doing it. Welcome back to Alkaline TV. This is Douglas Dennis, the Alkaline Life Coach. Today we're having a fireside chat. I want to talk about a white guy on an African diet. I tried Dr. Sebi's diet and here's what happened. That's what I want to talk about in this video. Does Dr. Sebi's diet only work for African descended people? Did Dr. Sebi's food list benefit all races? This is what I want to talk about in this video. So if you're interested, you're in the right place. Thank you for tuning in. So I tried this diet, Dr. Sebi's nutritional guide. Have you seen this before? You've probably seen it before if you're watching this video. If you haven't seen it before, check out Dr. Sebi. His real name is Alfredo Bowman, and there's a lot of information. I would look for the information directly out of his mouth instead of watching other people talking about him, but I'm going to talk about it, the specifically my results and what happened to me. I started this, found this years ago, probably 5 to 10 years ago, that I saw some memes of Dr. Sebi online that said mucus is the cause of all disease, or there's only one disease, it's mucus, or quotes like this that sometimes I would see online floating around. And I've been interested in health for my entire life. I'm a martial artist, and there's doctors in my family that I've always asked a lot of questions and learned a lot. So I took mental note of that, but I didn't try the diet until I really became interested in it 5 years ago, and I started narrowing down on it. But when I finally actually it's one thing to be interested in something online and research something, but it's another thing to actually put it into practice and to do it. So when I actually went all in, or when I actually started doing it, it was about 3 years ago. And I remember trying it out, and I went vegan, and then I soon after went alkaline, so to speak. And I'm talking about the Dr. Sebi's diet, the food list, and also the herbs, seaweed, and also some other supplements that also fit into that. Herbs, mushrooms, seaweed, things like that. I started heavily getting into that about 3 years ago, and I went strictly on it over 2 years ago. Was still finding things that were unacceptable that I was still accidentally doing. So that took some time. That's why I was really interested in it about 5 years ago, but really didn't become totally strict until, let's say, 2.5 years ago. And so for the last 2.5 years or so, I have been on following that guide strictly as possible, as pretty darn strictly as far as anyone I know. So I'm going to report to you what it's been like, because obviously I'm not African, so how does an African diet help a non-African? Let's just get that part out of the way. Science is science for everyone. is gravity for an African and a white person? I mean, there are white Africans too, but that's beside the point. I'm an American, so put that out there, which makes it even more difficult because the American diet is maybe the worst in the world as far as health. So how has this been affecting me? Well, if you've been researching Dr. Sebi at any length, you might have found out that his first patient or client, since he wasn't officially a doctor, his client was a Japanese person, a blind person, and I believe his second client was a white person. So that should answer that part of the question, that does it work for other races? And yes, it does, definitely. Here's another thing too I should bring up. How did Dr. Sebi heal himself or cure, or whatever you want to call it, to begin with? He was sick when he was in his 30s. Remember? Well, he was healed, or he was mentored or treated, however you want to describe it. I know that there's going to be some debate over that, the words, but what I'm trying to say, who helped him heal? A Mexican man, an old man with a goat in his kitchen. So the story goes. This is good for all races. That's the short answer. And my personal results, let's get into that. So it's been 2.5 years. Obviously something must be good about it, or I wouldn't be doing it for 2.5 years. I'm not an idiot. Although I take a lot of action and I make a lot of mistakes, I take calculated, I learn from my mistakes. What I've been learning is that this is the right diet for humans. That's what it's obvious after doing it that my life completely changed. Complete turnaround. And I was doing well in some areas of my life, but internal organs, which is that's all you've got. Try living without that. And I don't want to. No thanks. Some people might want to invent an artificial organ, or, I mean, if that's a last resort, but I think that healing it from the inside, cleaning it out, it's never too late as long as a person is alive to detoxify and clean it out and start reversing age. That's what it's about. It's really kind of the fountain of youth. And I know that's a bold claim. I didn't discover it. I'm just tried it, and what I feel is that I'm going younger and younger, although I'm getting more experience and more mature while feeling younger, which is what everyone wants, I think. I mean, there's still problems in life. It's not like, don't want to overstate it. However, I feel like health is the most important thing. And I said in one of my recent videos about money or business is that what is wealth going to do if you're sick or if you're dead? It's not going to help. So, and people try to use all their money towards the end of their life when they start aging. If they have money, they try to reverse age. That's what they're going to spend their money on, staying alive. So start now reversing age. What does reversing age mean? To me, it's very clear. I understand it scientifically, and living it for 2.5 years, really, I understand it deeply even more than I can describe in words, because I'm feeling it. I'm made out of it now. Your body renews itself. You know, your cells are being born and dying. So how to reverse age? It's about cleaning it out, detoxifying, safely, naturally, by the way, because there's a lot of hocus pocus out there that's supposedly natural, and that's what I like about this method, is that it's going backwards to not hybrid and not man-made and not factory-made products, but trying to find the original sources of minerals that our body can actually easily digest, and you can feel it. That's the whole point, and that's why it's so amazing. So I hope that this inspired you, that it's possible for you to feel amazing no matter what you feel like right now. If you're still living and breathing, then you could start detoxifying and feeling younger, but it's not just gonna accidentally happen. You're gonna have to shift some things around, and you know, in my personal experience, things had to get pretty bad before I was willing to make the shift. Honestly, it became a last resort for me, and then I finally changed. I like to say I was brilliant and I adapted right away, ruling out all the other safer looking, more comfortable looking methods that don't work, because this is the way. This is the original way, and anyone can benefit. So I could go on about it for hours, but I have a 12-week transformation program. If you want to know, because I go deep into this, it's not just about Dr. Sebi's food list. It's about, there are a lot of other great people out there too that have paved the way before me that I have learned from, and I'm thankful for them. Anything to increase energy and increase oxygen levels, pH naturally, that's what this channel is all about. So there's more than just food, but it's all related on oxygen and happiness, health, and wealth. And really, I used to talk about happiness, health, and wealth, but what is happiness anyway? Happiness is the combination of health and wealth. That's what I think right now is, what is happiness? Yes, you can be broke and happy for a fleeting moment, but prolonged well-being, let's say well-being, is health and wealth. And wealth is measured in time, not money, which I talked about in one of my recent videos. So I'll see you in the next one. We're posting every single day. I am appreciative of all the new subscribers. Thank you so much, and I appreciate your comments below. If you have questions, I will answer them, and I'll see you in the next video. Have an amazing day on purpose, and this is how. Peace.